and because I know that they care so much and care deeply about the future of the community college system, that's why they all agreed to be here and say a few words. This morning, the State Board of Community Colleges elected Peter Hines as the 9th president of the community college system in the state of North Carolina. The board's approval of Peter marked the completion of a 6-month search. More than 30 candidates across the state and country applied for this position. At the beginning of the search, we said we wanted someone with an understanding and appreciation of the community college system, a creative thinker capable of working with a variety of constituencies. Peter Hines is that person. Over the last 25 years, he's built an impressive resume of professional experience and public service. Whether advising elected officials on critical issues or helping businesses successfully navigate public policy debates, he's earned one of the reputation as a thoughtful and effective leader. Those 20 years, he's held positions that have kept him deeply involved in higher education, policy, and governance. Since 2016, Peter has served the University of North Carolina System Margaret Spellings on issues such as technology, healthcare, strategic planning, and K-12 education. Peter's experience with higher education also includes 18 years of service on North Carolina's 2 governing boards for higher education, which includes 6 years on this very same State Board of Community Colleges. Beginning in 1997, he served a 6-year term on the State Board of Community Colleges. He served as the vice chair of the board and chair of the policy committee. He was honored by UNC Wilmington in 2014 for his role in improving collaboration between the community college system and the university system. Peter's career also includes serving as a senior policy advisor to U.S. Senator Locke Fairclough and then U.S. Representative Richard Burr. He also advised Elizabeth Dole during her successful run for U.S. President from 2001 to 2002. Later, Peter and Lieutenant Governor Dennis Wicker built a government relations practice in a series of regional law firms, most recently Nelson, Mullins, Riley, and Scarborough. The team provided counseling in public affairs to a wide variety of companies, including clients in healthcare, technology, retail, and manufacturing sectors. Peter grew up in Southport and Hendersonville, so he's familiar with both ends of the state. And that upbringing, combined with many years of living in this area, give him a very well-rounded perspective of North Carolina. He holds a degree from UNC Chapel Hill and Harvard. You'll hear from Peter in a few minutes, but first I'd like to ask Roy Cooper to say a few words. He'll be followed by Senate President Pro Tem Phil Berger and House Speaker Tim Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman Scott Shook. Thank you, Jennifer Haygood, for your service. Thank you to the members of the State Board of Community Colleges. This is a special day. What I want for North Carolina is this. I want a state where people are better educated, where they're healthier, where they have more money in their pockets, and they have the opportunities to live a more abundant and purposeful life. That's what I want. That's what I tell my cabinet, my staff members, in every effort that they undertake and everything they do. Keep that goal, that vision in mind for our state. Putting more money in people's pockets, getting them better educated. What we have to do, and the CEOs like Jack Bailey will tell you, that the number one thing people in the business world need is a well-trained workforce. And that's why I've begun NC Job Ready, to make sure we have the workforce that is ready for the jobs of today and tomorrow, and that can keep up with this race against innovation. I think the folks all up here agree on this selection today. And this selection today of this leader will help us fulfill those goals for North Carolina. I've known Peter Hines for 30 years. Not only do I know him to be a person who deeply loves North Carolina and cares about it, I know him to be a person who constantly thinks about it, who collaborates well, who served as a member and vice chair of the State Board of Community Colleges and head of the policy committee, also served President Spellings on the UNC Board of Governors, and then chaired the UNC Board of Governors, and then worked in the private sector with the businesses. Those are the entities that we need to bring together to move this state forward. There were a lot of great candidates who were available for this board to pick, and I want to congratulate all of those candidates who sought to be president of the community college. And I think this is the right pick. This is a guy who can reach across the aisle. This is a guy who can achieve consensus. And I think we have unanimous agreement that Peter Hans is the man to lead this system forward, pull us all together to make sure that we have a state that works for everyone. Congratulations, Peter.
So I too want to congratulate Peter. I also am reminded as I begin my remarks, I see former Senator Tom Apodaca in the room. Tom gave me some real good advice a couple of years ago after I made some remarks, felt a little down about what I said, and I sat down next to Tom and I said something to him, and he looks over at me and he says, "Don't worry, nobody pays any attention to what you say." But like everyone here today, I'm thrilled that Peter has agreed to serve as the next president of the North Carolina Community College System. And I appreciate the fact that the Community College Board has made that selection. The governor, the speaker, and I all support this nominee. Now more than ever, North Carolina is relying on our community colleges to help prepare our students and our people for careers that train our workforce and grow our economy. Peter is an outstanding choice to lead this effort. In fact, I think Peter is the only choice to lead this effort. He's a lifelong North Carolinian, product of our public schools. His background in public service and in higher education make him uniquely qualified to serve in this role. And most importantly, he'll work to ensure that in every decision we make, we're putting students first. Thank you, search committee members, for your hard work in finding the best candidates to lead our community college system. I'm excited about what the future holds for Peter and for our community college system and for North Carolina. Thank you.
Good morning. One thing about Peter, he and I were at Carolina together. He was an exceptional student. I was an average student at best. So he's the kind of guy you'd want to study with if you wanted a good grade. Let me tell you about Peter. He is a man of incredible integrity, a great work ethic, and a genuine love of this state, and a genuine love of education from K-12, community colleges, and the universities. And so when I'd heard that Peter was being considered for this position, there was no reservation whatsoever that I supported him. And as is very typical, Senator Berger, the governor, and I, all three agreed. We generally do this about once a week. We have these meetings, we decide what we're going to agree on. And we all three signed a letter in support. Because we all know that Peter will do an excellent job when it comes to the community colleges. Workforce development is critical. And the community colleges are the tip of the spear on that. And so we're going to now have an excellent leader. Peter, you're going to do a great job. You have our support. Congratulations.
I want to personally thank the governor, the president pro tem, and the speaker for all coming here today. Let's make sure we welcome them again and thank them. Lock the door and hold everybody here and get some agreements. Thanks much. Next, we're going to have some guests who worked with Peter over the years. And I'm going to introduce them all, then they're going to come up one at a time. First is UNC President Margaret Spellings, Jack Bailey, who's the President of U.S. Pharmaceuticals with GlaxoSmithKline, and Dr. Stephen Scott, who is President of Wake Technical College.
Thank you, Scott. It's my pleasure to add my voice of support and congratulations for our friend and colleague Peter Hans. I haven't known him for 30 years, Governor. I've known him for about 3 years. But I can tell you he's somebody that when I first arrived, I got to know him as a friend, relied on his counsel, and he helped me navigate the first 2 years of my service here in North Carolina. I consider him a partner an ally, a colleague, and if Bill Friday, as we all know, coined the mighty engine term for the University of North Carolina system, this community college system is the mighty turbocharger for higher education and workforce development in this state, in my view. With more than 10,000 students transferring from our community colleges into the UNC system schools, we are knitted together in ways as never before. Our chancellors say, show me someone with an associate's degree from one of our fantastic community colleges, and I'll show you someone who's going to get a baccalaureate degree or a BS. Amen. So we are all focused on the same thing, creating a workforce that is unparalleled in this nation and in the world, and doing it in ways that are efficient and effective and serve the people of this great state in ways that are truly remarkable. We, as I like to say, are pleased but not satisfied. We have work to do together. We are thrilled to be partnering with Peter on improving our articulation agreements, on technology enhancements, and on and on and on. And I cannot wait to get started with Peter in the work that we have to do together. And I know it'll be great for our state and particularly for the students that we serve. Congratulations, Peter. Appreciate you.
Well, I'm Jack Bailey, president of GSK, and I see I'm joined in the audience by their business leaders, including Kurt Bradley, CEO of Leemore Capital, and Lee Omig, CEO of Glen Raven. While we don't speak for the entire business community of the state, I can assure you the vast majority of us are extremely excited that Peter Hans has been named as president of the North Carolina Community College System. Peter is certainly somebody that has enormous credibility with the business community. He's somebody that has, frankly, the experience, the talent, and firsthand knowledge of civic engagement to do what is necessary to make sure we continue to move the community college system forward here. Certainly, his relationship and the business relationship with the community college system is key. We use the finished product that gets produced by NCCS. It's just last week GSK announced a partnership actually with the North Carolina Community College System.